What is up, YouTube? I hope everything is well. Today I'm going to be talking about how we can stop overthinking. And what I mean by overthinking is when your thinking becomes sporadic and it turns into anxiety and worry and you don't feel so good. And what we're going to try to do is to just calm the mind and slow it down. Maybe not stop it completely, but I'm going to show you ways to just slow it down and calm your mind. So one of the best ways that works right away, if you're really thinking and spiraling downhill with your thoughts, is to just take a deep breath in and let it out. And when you're taking these breaths, you want to breathe from the bottom of your stomach. You want to think of your stomach as a balloon, and it expands like all ways, basically. Not just frontwards like some people would say, but really even through your back. You can, if you put your hand on your back, you would feel it push against it, and that's, you also want it to expand downwards too. So you really want to breathe a full stomach and try to control it and make it really slow and deep. And you're gonna feel it on the first breath, and then you're gonna feel it on the second breath, and you're gonna keep going deeper and deeper, and you're gonna start to feel calm. Because when your body calms down, when your breathing calms down, your mind calms down too, because your mind is a part of your body and they connect. So really control your breathing, just slow it down, and instantly you're gonna realize that your mind's starting to calm down just a bit. Maybe not fully, you won't stop thinking right away, but you'll definitely realize that your thoughts are slowing down and that you're getting in tune with your body. And when you're taking all these deep breaths too, it really benefits your body because you're taking in a lot more oxygen and you're letting out a lot more CO2, and that's super good for your body. It energizes you, it helps your brain function better, so your cognition is like so much sharper. And breathing deeply is something we can just practice all the time. We can do it when we're meditating, we can do it throughout the day, before we go to bed, and when we wake up in the morning. This should be something we do all the time because it's really good to make it a habit. And the more you do it, the less conscious it becomes. You'll be able to think about it less, and you realize that you're actually breathing pretty deeply. Another way we can ease our minds from overthinking is to come into the present moment. And the breathing really helps with that. But we need to find other ways to do that too. And one of the best ways to just come into the present moment is to look around at your surroundings and just see everything as it is. Look for the shadows and the light and all the textures you see, the shapes, colors. Just look at them and don't judge them. And when you're really focusing on that and you're being aware, you're trying to put 100% of your attention on something, your mind is gonna slow down. It might even go to the background a bit. And when it's in the background, it's going to slow down and your thoughts are going to become a bit more clear. So make sure to really focus. Really be aware of your surroundings. Don't just look around and say, yeah, I am looking around. But really try to focus on things that you don't usually look at, that are almost unconscious to you, like colors and shapes and shadows and light. Just really focus on it and try to see it vividly, and you'll notice that you're present and your mind is calmed down a little bit. Now, when we're coming into the present moment, we can also use all our senses. We can use our sense of touch. Just pick something up and feel the texture of it. If it's hot or cold too. We can listen to sounds. If it's quiet, then we can listen to that. If it's the city, if you're in the city, then you can listen to the cars or the people or the pigeons, you know? And we can use our sense of smell, whatever smell, but really focus on your senses. Sometimes we're not aware of our senses whatsoever. What we can do is hone in on those senses. So I'm wearing a shirt right now, and if I really focus on it, I can feel my shirt now that I say focus on my shirt, and I'm focusing on it. But before, I didn't even really notice it because I wasn't focusing on it. And we can do this with almost everything. And just bringing our awareness and our full attention to something really calms the mind, and it kind of steps us back from the overthinking, and it'll just slow down our thoughts and become more real. And you have to remember that when you're thinking and overthinking and your mind is in the future or your mind is in the past, that the longer you look at it, the more blown out of proportion it's going to be, and you're going to think something is way more important than it really is. And that's one thing the mind is really good at, is to make you think that certain things are just your biggest cares, and you have to worry about this, and you have to be anxious and stressed, or else something bad will happen. And this is completely not true. And the best way to deal with that is to come into the present. My third way on stopping overthinking is by exercising. And if you don't exercise already, you should probably do that, because whether you like it or not, it's good for you and it makes you feel good. Now, I started exercising because I miss sports and I miss the intensity of it. And I realized that if I didn't go every day, I wouldn't feel as good. I liked exercising every day. Even though taking a minimalistic approach works sometimes, I like exercising every day. It makes me feel good. And I realized that if I'm overthinking, I love going to the gym or going for a walk or going for a run. And this helps so much on overthinking, because when you push your body and when you're forcing yourself to do something with your body, it really brings you into the present moment, because your body doesn't know what's going on and it has to respond and adapt, and it's not worried about thinking anymore. It's worried about what you're doing, what you're exercising. And that's one of my favorite ways to really just let your mind go loose. You don't have to think anymore because you're lifting weights or walking. And it lets your body go loose. You're automatically going to be switching to some deep breathing patterns, and your mind will slow down. Your body will speed up, but your mind will slow down. I suggest trying some form of exercise, whether it's jumping rope, or you're on a treadmill, or you like hiking, or do as many push-ups as you can, or go swimming, join a sport, do something. Because I know that motion is emotion, and how you move is how you feel. If you don't move, you're not gonna feel great. I guarantee it. Your body is gonna adapt to it, and you're gonna feel so good after the first few days. The first day is the hardest. I just went back to the gym today after being sick for 4 days, just not feeling great. But I went back today. It was a little tough. I just told myself I'll go in, do the first exercise. And then once you're there, you start to get in the rhythm of it and you feel great. So I really suggest doing some exercise if you're thinking a lot. It really brings you into the present. It controls your breathing. It makes you feel really good. It releases endorphin chemicals. And of course, there's a lot of other health benefits. We already know that exercise is really good for you. I think that it's one of the most important things to becoming a better version of yourself, a stronger version. It strengthens your mind and your body. And people think of exercise as only strengthening the body, but they go together all the time. So we have to work on both of them. And this is one of the best ways to do both. Alright, so my final method to stop overthinking is to write it down. Grab a journal, grab a pen, and just write it down. And this helps so much. I try to do it in the morning and I try to do it at night. Sometimes I don't have time in the morning, but before bed is a great time to do it. You think a lot during the day and you need to get it down on paper and just get it out of your head. This helps so much. It doesn't matter what you write. People might sit down and be like, I can't think of anything to write, but you don't have to think of anything to write. Just write what you feel and what is coming to your head at the time, or what you've thought about throughout the day. And this really helps kind of let out those thoughts, maybe the repetitive thoughts that you don't need. Just write them down. Throw the paper out, burn it, or whatever you want to do with it. Maybe keep it in the journal if you feel like it. What I'm saying is that you don't need these thoughts, and to write them down is a way to express them. It's just one way to express them. Do what you need to do to get rid of them and just kind of let them flow out. And journaling is a great way to do that. I think it's really important to reflect on what you're feeling or what you think about things. Maybe you have ideas. Maybe you just want to write so that you can read it later. Maybe in 5 years you want to read how your day went. Just journaling down what your thoughts and ideas and things you've done is a great thing to do. It keeps your mind clear. It's cool to look back on and realize how much you've improved since you wrote that. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you comment down below, let me know what you think. I hope something helped you and you benefited from this. Make sure to share it and leave a like to spread this awareness and spread this presence with me. Alright, thanks.